everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, I just wanted to do a get ready with me, but I wanted to make a beautiful, cool toned, kind of wintry look, inspired by one of my favorite gray sweaters that I barely get to wear, maybe once a year because it's never cold enough. But anyways, yes, I want to do just kind of like a cool toned look. I definitely want to use my Natasha Denona Glam palette. So this is definitely a shop your stash kind of get ready with me, and I just want to catch up with you. That's basically what I want to do today, is just catch up with you guys, talk to you guys. I might focus on makeup, I may not, just kind of depending on how the video goes, but yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. I do want to go ahead and, get my foundation ready while I'm talking. So I'm actually going to be mixing these two today. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to be mixing the Oma by Sharon C Flawless and Real Life Foundation and the Huda Beauty Glowish Multi-Dew Skin Tint. I have the light shade in this one. I hope that it works out for me. And then I have the shade Fair Lady T2 in the Oma one. So let me go ahead and just pump a few of these on the back of my hand. I hope that this glowish one works out for me. We shall see. But I just wanted to kind of mix these two together to kind of get a more, I don't know, like glowy look, I guess. But anyways, so first off, I just want to apologize for not posting regularly for Vlogmas. I actually started a job on December 8th, so literally the day before my graduation. So it's been a real struggle because I've been having to basically like transition into that, but then also, of course, deal with having company over last week and making sure that everything was prepared for them, and like just having the house cleaned and everything. And honestly, my job is a lot. I actually got a job at a school working an after school program, and it's a lot, and it's definitely going to be an adjustment for me. I've never worked in a school before, and as excited as I am, I'm also very, very nervous. This is not going to be a forever home for me. I can just tell, just because of the amount of stress that this job has already been, if I'm being honest. And so I was so tired when I came home each day from work this past week that I was like, yeah, I'm not going to work. Like, I'm not going to even do my YouTube channel because I was just so tired and I just didn't feel up for it, Yeah, I feel like this Huda Beauty is a little bit too deep for me. Let me add a little bit more of the Oma since that's more my shade. But anyways, yeah, I just wasn't up for filming, and a part of me wasn't sure if I wanted to tell y'all right away that I got a job, but I don't want to not be transparent with you guys because, I'm sure some of you could like see that through me, and I of course want to be honest with you guys about stuff that's going on in my life. But I've been a little bit depressed about my career, now that I've graduated, I can tell you, I did get my master's in nonprofit management, and the program was very, very fast. It was only a year program. And the reason that I chose nonprofit management was because I actually have always worked in nonprofits. Ever since I graduated with my bachelor's in 2017, I've just always worked at a nonprofit. And that's just something that, I knew. It was something that I pretty much enjoyed. I will say there's a lot of problems sometimes in nonprofits just because of leadership. That's something that can get a little bit frustrating because I just feel like it's hard to move up at a nonprofit. It's hard to see like a future in a nonprofit. And then for concealer, by the way, I'm using the Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer. I don't know how I feel about this. I purchased quite a bit from Catrice on Black Friday because they had a really, really great sale on their website. I think they had like 40% off, and that's obviously a really great deal because Catrice was already super affordable. But I do not like the foundation of this, and I'm still testing out the concealer. So anyways, and I also got too light of a shade, but I guess it works out because I think the Glowish was a little bit too deep for me. But anyways, so I have always struggled with my job all the time. I feel like I've always had problems with finding something that works for me, with finding, you know, a job that's very stable as far as, and not just because it's a nonprofit. Like that's something that a lot of people think about nonprofits, is that it's not a stable job. Like that's not true. Like it's not. Like there's people that have worked in nonprofits for their entire careers, you know. The only problem is sometimes in nonprofits you work a lot. You work very, you know, unstable hours because a lot of the times like nonprofits are short staffed due to funds. And anyways, it was just always a struggle for me because I didn't like working the amount of weekends and evenings that I was working. And so that's partly why I left a lot of the jobs that I was at. And I'm only 25 and I feel like I've already had like 5 jobs, and it's sad to me because my mom, she's had the same job pretty much ever since she was a young adult. You know, she's been at her job for, I want to say over 30 years, maybe directly, like maybe right at 30 years. I'm not sure. My mother-in-law, she just celebrated her 30th year at her job. So it's just, it's upsetting whenever, you know, I just keep switching my job, you know, and like, I don't want to. So anyways, I started working at the university that I got my degree from, which I'm not going to say, but, and when I started working there, I, was able to get like free college, and I had already had my bachelor's at this time. So I was like, heck yeah, like I'm totally going to, you know, take advantage. And so I did, which who wouldn't, right? So, my job that I was at for a year and a half at the university, like they covered my master's. So whenever I quit in July to go to this job that I got let go from, which is a whole other thing, I just had to pay out of pocket for like 1 semester. So it wasn't that big of a deal. Like I was like, I'll take it because the job that I got let go from, like the pay was significantly better, and it was going to be, I thought, a great opportunity. And that job was just a hot mess. Like that was just not a good fit for me. And I got let go. I didn't quit. I got let go due to not being a good fit, if you will. And that's just been something that eats me up inside because I'm 25 and I've gotten let go from a job and like all of that, you know? So, but I have to not think of it like that. I just have to be, you know, like it's a life lesson, like God did it for a reason kind of thing. I'm going to set my face using this LYS Beauty Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder. I have the Resilience shade, which is the translucent one. This is another brand that I decided to grab some things for from on Black Friday because LYS Beauty is already super affordable, and this was 40% off, like the entire brand. So I picked up the setting powder, the cream blush, and the bronzer. Anyways, so I had been employed basically for almost 3 months, and my husband was obviously working. He's still, you know, working, but I got this job at this public school and I was super, super excited about it, and I still am, but it's going to be like, it's going to be difficult. Like it's a very, very new program that they started just at the beginning of this school year. And so there is a lot of stuff that hasn't really been like addressed or like the people, like my coworkers per se, they are still learning, even though they've been doing this job already for 5 months or whatever, right? So anyways, this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It, and I have the first shade, which is light. I tried to pick out like a lot of cool toned stuff, if you know what I mean, and I thought that this was pretty cool toned. It is pretty light, but I think it'll be fine. But anyways, so I'm excited about this job, but like I said, I'm nervous, but I really, really love working with the kids. Like I've already, you know, had a lot of time working with the kids this far, and I really, really like that. And a lot of the kids are actually around like my niece's age, and she's like pre-K kinder age, right? So like it's a mix. It's mainly elementary school kids that I'm working with, but it's still like really, really refreshing to work around kids, because as exhausting as they are, it is still really, really fun working with kids sometimes, because especially like if you like working with kids, you know? So I'm excited about my job, but it's just like, I don't think it's going to be like a forever place for me. And I think it's going to be a little bit stressful, but I just want to play it by ear. I want to see what it's like working for a school, and I'm anxious to see. I'm going to use my Buxom Wanderlust blush in Seychelles. I'm anxious to see like what next semester holds. Like I need to just remain positive and just kind of like use my campus support, because my supervisor is actually not even in my region. Like she's in South Texas, like more South Texas, like, you know, so that's another thing that was like a little bit, I don't want to say like frustrating, but I didn't know that until I started. And I wonder if I would have known that, like if I would have been okay with it. I don't know. But anyways, I just wanted to let y'all know. And my schedule is very, very different. I'm getting off more. I get off more in the evening now. And then with the sun going down as early as it is right now, because of obviously the time change, it's really hard for me to have the energy to film a video. So that's going to be an adjustment. I am on winter break right now though, so I might, you know, I'm going to be a little bit better about filming, and today I plan on filming like a lot more videos, so I'm excited about that. This I've been liking. I think it's really pretty. It's from the I Heart Revolution and e.l.f. collection. I picked up this and the palette. Let me know if you want to see a video with the palette. I have planned, or I'm wanting to film a video again with the BH Cosmetics The Lit List palette, because I've only done one video with that palette on my channel and I want to do another one. But if you want to see a video with me using this palette, let me know. This is the Cotton Headed Nitty Muggins palette, and the mirror even has e.l.f. on it. It's so cute. The packaging is really cute too, but the highlighter that I got is in the shade Jovi, which is the girl e.l.f., so it's so cute. And then on the inside it says, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. So I thought that was really cute, but I really like this highlighter. It's kind of like a pinky highlighter. It's definitely more of like a drier formula, but I think it packs a punch, you know? Like I think it definitely has some pigment to it. So, but yeah, I just wanted to apologize about Vlogmas. I'm so sorry. Like, trust me, I feel like I'm more upset with myself than you guys are with me. And that's even saying if y'all are upset with me. Like, I don't know if y'all are not. I can't talk, but I just wanted to give reasoning as to why, because obviously some of you guys are probably thinking like, oh, well, she probably still isn't working, so like I wonder why she's not uploading. So I just want to let you know I did start a job, and I'm just trying to get into the swing of things, and it just so happened that it was during Vlogmas time. So there's that. But I am going to do my brows and my eyeshadow primer off camera, and then I will be right back. All right, so I'm back. I did use my Urban Decay brow blade in the shade Neutral Nana, and then for my eyeshadow primer, I did go in with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Love, love, love that stuff. And then now, like I promised, I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Glam palette. So let me zoom y'all in. Okay, so I definitely want to do like a silvery look, because that's just what I'm in the mood for, to match my sweater and just to pretend that it's snowing outside. How about that? So I'm going to go in with, let's see, I think I'm going to go in with the shade called Crease, which is this one right here, and put that in my crease. So I did want to talk more about, first off, I have been using some rougher brushes because, again, Black Friday, I only purchased 3 brushes, by the way. I purchased the rougher number 15 brush. I purchased, where is it? They're really small, these brushes. I also purchased the number 1 brush, and then I purchased a tiny little pencil brush type thing. Here it is. And then it's the number 3. So I just purchased these 3 brushes, and I have to say they're good, but I don't think they're worth the hype. I would like to purchase like a full eye set, maybe like next Black Friday or whenever they have another sale, but they're very soft, I will say that, and they do pick up color pretty well, but I'm just not as like impressed as I was hoping. So that's kind of frustrating. I know one of my friends on Instagram, she was asking about that, but I'm going to dip into, again, that shade called Crease and put this in the crease. So I did just want to ask you guys about, I need to zoom y'all in more, I think. So I did want to ask you guys about Christmas. How is your month of December going? How are your, like, how is the Christmas season treating you if you do celebrate? I would love to hear from you guys. Like I said, with me just being super, super busy, it's been very difficult for me to truly feel the Christmas spirit, which is really sad because I love Christmas. I get it from my mom for sure. My mom is like the type of person that like watches Hallmark. She decks out her whole house, and it's almost comical, if I'm being honest, that, you know, how much she loves Christmas and how much she decorates her house. I'm actually really excited because, so I have some family in Missouri. My dad, he's from Missouri, and so I have family and there, and we see them just like maybe once a year. We saw them earlier in June whenever I was telling you in my videos. We went there in June to go see them during the summer for just like a few days, 5 days, what have you. And that was the first time we had seen them since like COVID and everything, right? It just seems so dark in here. I feel like I can barely see. And so that was very, very nice to see them in June. Well, then they actually came down for my graduation. And so it was nice to see them then too. Well, now I'm super excited because since I get a break because I work at a school and I'm actually on break now. And then my husband, he starts his break on the 22nd. We're actually going to go to Missouri and like see them again. We're driving because the airports are absolutely nuts around this time of year. And so that's what we're gonna be doing, but I am so excited to see them, honestly. And even though I just saw them for my graduation, it felt very rushed because obviously, like we were busy with everything. Now I want to go in. No, I'm like, I don't know, because I don't want to go too warm toned with this. That's the thing. Okay, I'm going to go in with the shade Blend just to further, just to further get the crease going. Using that same rougher brush. It's the 15. But yeah, I'm really excited to see them again and just spend some more time with my my relatives there. And yeah, so what are you guys doing for Christmas? We're just gonna be there a few days. I also don't know what we're gonna do for New Year's. I feel like New Year's is just kind of a holiday that we've never really done anything. which is sad, right? I feel like New Year's should be something to celebrate more, but we never had. So, yeah. But anyways, I also just wanted to say, like, talk about my graduation and how it went. So it went really well. Actually, that day was so long. We went to the like graduation mass, and that was, I think, at noon, and it was so hot that day. And I was so mad because literally on Saturday that same week, it was cold. And I was like, really? Like, it would have been so nice if it was cold on that Thursday, because, you know, like I said, I was like hot, I was sweaty, wearing the gown and everything. And then I, you know, was basically wearing like the same thing all day long because I didn't want to have to worry about changing or anything. I'm going to go into the shade Smoke right here, just because I don't want like a black yet. I want to just start lightly. And this time I'm using the Refer 101 brush. But yeah, it was so hot that day and I was just so uncomfortable, but the day was good. You know, we went to like that mass, and then everybody came over to my house, and we had like a quick lunch. And then basically we were just at my house maybe for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And then we ended up having to leave because I had to be there. So like at a certain time, since I was a graduate, I had to make sure that I was there a little bit earlier. So the whole day just went by so fast, but it was really fun. And then afterwards, after the commencement, we just had dinner at one of my favorite restaurants down the street from my house. And that was a lot of fun too. And then on Saturday, my mom had something for me at her house. And that was fun because we saw some more family. So anyways, but yeah, the weekend was really good. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys and just be open about my life and what's going on right now, and mainly give you a freaking explanation as to why my videos were just kind of paused and on a standstill. I know it wasn't that long that it took me to upload again, but it was just seriously, like, I just rolled my sponge into my eyeshadow palette. I annoy myself so much when I get ready. I feel like I make such a mess and I'm always dropping things. And I feel like my makeup looks like a mess. I feel like the lighting in here is throwing me off a little bit because, I don't know, it's just like dark. It's a very gloomy day today. It's actually a little bit cold and rainy. It was very rainy this morning. And so that's kind of why I wanted to do this cool toned look, but I'm not loving the way my makeup looks. And I'm pretty sure it's this glowish because it is a little bit dark for me. But that's okay. That's okay. And also, like, I'm not a huge pressed powder person either. So that's another reason why it could be like that. I don't know. I'm just not loving this. I feel like it's not very blended. It's always this eye. It's always my left eye. It's so annoying. My right eye always behaves itself. Do you guys have that? Is there an eye that always pisses you off? Because it's my left one. Okay, now I'm excited because I'm gonna go in with the shimmer shade now. I'm gonna use my NYX glitter primer as always. Something else that was really fun was whenever my family had come in, my aunt who lives in Missouri, she came, you know, obviously to the graduation and stuff. She is a huge makeup lover like me. Like, she is a huge girly girl and all of that. She's just loads of fun. And I had already like gone through my makeup because I wanted to declutter some of it to her. Because obviously, like, I knew that she loved makeup and she doesn't have obviously as much as a collection as I do. So I was like, yeah, like, I totally, you know, wanted to put some stuff aside from her, for her so that she could take it home with her. And she was thrilled. Like, I gave her some really, really great stuff. I was really excited about it. I'm gonna go in with the shade, let me see which one. I think, ooh, that's actually pretty deep. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with 2 shades. So I'm gonna go in first with the shade Center Eyelid, which is this one right here. And then Inner Corner, this one right here, towards like the inner half of my eye. So I'm just gonna do like 2 shimmer shades. But anyways, yeah, she was so excited and I was like so happy to have gifted her some makeup. You know, obviously it was stuff that I had used, but it was just really fun to have like a makeup lover and, you know, around, and someone that I could just share my makeup goodies with, because as much as I, you know, love giving stuff to my sisters, it's just refreshing to kind of gift it to someone else, especially someone that I don't always see. So that was a lot of fun. And and then some of the palettes, like she's like, okay, you need to write that down for me because I want that palette. And I was like, okay. So like I would like writing down certain palettes for her to check out on her own. And it was funny. I'm not loving this eye look. I hope you guys don't hate me, because I'm just like, I don't know, I'm not feeling it today. I'm not feeling this look. Natasha Denona is not pulling through today. I feel like I do not have any Natasha Denona palette videos on my channel. Like, as much as I talk about her and her formula, I don't think I've ever done a get ready with me using a Natasha Denona palette. That's why I wanted to do this video. I mean, I think it looks pretty. I think it looks okay. It's just like a little bit weird. I was just expecting more of like a silvery shade. And I mean, I guess that middle shade ended up giving it to me after all, but I don't know. I'm sorry I keep putting the mirror. It's just like, I feel like, I guess because it's so cloudy outside, it's hard for me to see. Okay, then using the Rephr 03 brush, which is this really tiny pencil brush, I'm just dipping into that shade Crease that I used at the very beginning and really just running this under my lower lash line. I definitely went overboard with my highlight and it's really, really bugging me. Really, really bugging me. I wish I wouldn't have done that. So I'm just gonna use the powder brush that I used to set my face and just try to tame that down a little bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara off camera. I'm going to use my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and then we will do the lips and we will be done. All right, so this is the completed look. I don't love it, if I'm being honest, and I think it's this, the Huda Beauty Glow Wish. I just, I looked in the mirror and in my bathroom and it just, I felt like all of my texture is just really, really peeping through, and it's frustrating. And I know, well, at least I think it's not this, but I do not know about this product. I'm gonna keep using it. It's also, it's pretty deep. I shouldn't have, I actually purchased this from Poshmark because, you know, it was for a good deal, and I probably shouldn't have gotten it knowing that that shade was, I think, the 3rd shade in. I probably would need like the 1st or 2nd shade, if I'm being honest. And I don't know how I feel about my eye look. I feel like this is definitely not my favorite, you know, look that I've done with the Natasha Denona palette, but I did want to let you know that the lip color that I'm wearing is one of the Revlon matte lipsticks in the shade Pick Me Up. It's really, really beautiful. Really, really enjoy this shade, and I thought that it paired pretty well with this cool toned look. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that it was a lot of me just kind of blabbering on about you know, my career and my job and all of those things, but I am happy about my job. Like, don't get me wrong, it's just, it's gonna be an adjustment. It's gonna be a little bit stressful during some times, and I don't know if this is gonna be a place that I'm gonna be at forever, which is unfortunate. I'm still on the search for that. I'm sure that I'm not alone, but it definitely does feel like that sometimes, because I feel like everybody around me just has it together, and I'm just, you know, acting like I, you know, have all of the time in the world, but I don't know. But anyways, I hope that you liked this video. Again, I am so sorry that I haven't been regularly uploading for Vlogmas. I am so mad at myself and disappointed in myself, but I just had to prioritize like my rest and of course like my mental health and all of that. So that's why I did what I did, and that's why I chose not to continue uploading daily, because it was just becoming too much. So I'm gonna try my best to film a ton of videos today since I have my makeup done and everything and the camera on, you know, be on the lookout for that. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and also I would love for you to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. So thank you guys so much for all of your constant love and support, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.